Hi friends, welcome to Upper Studies YouTube channel. This is part 36 in Python playlist. In this video, we are going to discuss about recursion functions in Python. So what is recursion function in Python? Recursion function is nothing but like a function which will call itself. If you see this example, this is the function from here to here, it's completely one function. And if you closely observe inside this function body, I am actually making call to the same function once again. See, the function names both here are same. So this is called recursion function. A function calls itself is called recursion function. So this is very powerful actually. Recursion functions are very powerful in real time. I am going to take one factorial example in this video to explain. So whenever you want to compute a factorial of any number, what you do? You will multiply that number by doing minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. Let me explain you that. For example, if I want to compute factorial of 3, then what I will do? I will multiply 3 with 2, then 1. So 3, then 3 minus 1, right? Then again 2 minus 1. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. You do always minus 1 up to 1 and then multiply all the numbers. So that is going to give you factorial of a number. If you want to compute factorial of 1, it is always going to be 1. If you want to compute factorial of 2, then it is going to be 2 multiplied 1. Okay, this is how the factorial of 1 is going to be computed. If you closely observe in this logic, every time you are multiplying a number, it is going to become minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 up to 1, right? So that is how the factorial logic will work, right? So by keeping this logic in mind, let's try to understand how this function call is going to help us here. So if you see the code what I written here, factorial is the function name. We are passing a parameter to it called x, and what we are doing, we are checking whatever the value passed into that x is going to be 1, then simply return 1. Why? Because factorial of 1 is going to be 1, so we don't want to do any logic. If it is not 1, in that case, what we want to do, we want to multiply that number by doing minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. So for that, what we are doing, let's assume here we are supplying value called 3, then what it will become 3 multiplied by, again making a call to the factorial function, 3 minus 1 equals to 2. So in the first call, what it will become, 3 multiplied by factorial of 2 it will become. Okay, and the moment you hit this factorial of 2 here, again the function call will go here and it will re-execute that function again by supplying value as 2 this time. So what will become in the next case, that this 3 will be here like this only, multiplied by, then this factorial of 2 is going to become 2 multiplied by factorial of 1. Now in the next call, when it becomes a factorial of 1, what it will do? It will make a call once again here by supplying value 1 into this function, and 1 equals to 1, so it will simply return 1. So this is going to be written 1 here, but previously you have 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by then 1. Then finally this multiplication will happen and it is going to return the data 3 into 2 into 1 equals to 6. So this is how a recursive function call will help you to compute the factorial. Let me practically show you this. Let me go to Visual Studio Code here. So this is my Visual Studio Code here. Here let's try to create a function by using diff keyword. You have seen this my previous video, right? In my previous video I explained how to create a function. If not, please watch my previous video. And then let me give a name for my function called factorial. Okay, not fraction. Factorial is the function name I want to give. Okay, and let's use a variable x as a parameter here. And inside the function, what I am doing, the first step I should make sure if you are supplying value 1, then simply return 1. Why? Because factorial of 1 is going to be 1 only. Else that's where we have to make a recursive function call to make that factorial happen. So what I am doing in this case, I am going to return x multiplied by, again making a same function call by doing x minus 1. So that way we are able to make the recursive function call and compute the factorial. So now what I will do outside of this function, let me use this print function, and inside the print function I am calling this factorial function and supplying value to 3 maybe. So I am passing 3 here and I want to compute the factorial of 3. It will be written from here and then finally output will come. So let me execute this code and see whether we will get output or not. See, we got it. If I supply value as 1 into my factorial function, then simply it is going to return 1. Let me save these changes and let me execute this. See, I got it. So if I supply 10, factorial of 10, let me run this code. See, we got it. So this way recursive function call will help you to compute the factorial. So this is only one example which I took. You might be think the logic according to your requirement, wherever you can suit this factorial. shoot this recursive function call basically. But be make sure your logic should end this recursive function call at some point, or else it is going to be looped as a infinite loop if you don't end anything, right? So you need to make sure your recursive function call is getting ended at some point, or else it will go into infinite loop and you will see error. Okay, so I can show you that as well. So for example, here I won't do anything. Let's assume inside this function call I'm not doing anything. I am making simply the function call again, factorial of x again. If I do like this, then what will happen? The function is the recursive function call is going to happen indefinitely. There is no condition here to break. There is no logic here to break this recursive function call nature here. So it is going to error out actually. So let me save these changes, and now if I run this, see it said it repeated 996 times recursively, and you crossed the maximum recursive depth already. So that's why it resulted as a error here. So you need to make sure at some point your recursive function call is going to be end with your logic. Okay, so or else you will be seeing this error. Okay, so let me go to presentation. That's it in this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification whenever I add videos. Thank you so much.